Good afternoon, everybody. It's 4:30. Another good day today, I guess you'd say, and some meetings with the family and some stuff. Trying to get a few things handled. I met with the Trimble people this morning on the systems that are obviously the system in the trucks and these systems. I know we've had some small issues. Actually, some were not small. I actually backed off here 3 weeks ago and told them I was going to stop taking them until they could get some of their problems fixed. So it looks like I asked y'all to reboot every morning, and I really need. I just think right now, until further notice, that is the best and the safest thing to do. I know we had a driver, I think it was yesterday, that had stopped, went late, rested, went down for rest. I think it was a 30-minute, maybe, I'm not sure. And then when he took off and started driving, obviously it did not go back. It didn't drop down to on-duty driving, and he drove, I don't know, 15, 20 miles or whatever, or maybe more before he noticed it. So please, I need y'all to, like you say, let's reboot every morning. And then I just need y'all to, once you start rolling, when you come off of a duty break or whatever, just when you're starting down the road and you know you're on duty driving, that's what you're doing, that's what your log should be. I need y'all just to double check and look at that, make sure you check that tablet, that it is showing, and that I think it's the top left corner that shows that it's down to driving, shows you driving. So I just need y'all to do everything you can to stay on top of that, to make sure, because you don't need the violations, and we certainly don't need violations on this. So just keep an eye out, and let's continue on. But yeah, I met with them. The issues that they're having now are what we've had are dropped down to really small. So I'm probably fixing to go back to pushing up and start putting more back in. It looks like they're getting a lot of this stuff corrected. So, they're just computers, whatever you want to call it, systems, new system, whatever. It's always something. So let's just deal with it. And like I say, if you're doing great. I mean, like I say, we're down to very few now. I don't think we had but 3 or 4 so far this week, which that's really great. We've got 400 and something installed out there. So, that's a big thing. Other than that, we've got some Penske trucks out there. They're lease trucks. I know you're all been told that if you're running those trucks, that our shop is not doing the work on the trucks. Obviously, that we got to go to Penske with that. So, but I need y'all, if you would, email me, text me, or whatever. If the ones of y'all that are in these trucks, just check in and make sure if you're seeing some problems consistent, I need to know about it so I can get with these people, because I'm not going to stand around and deal with issues with the lease truck for a long time. So we need to make sure we get it right. Other than that, I think we're doing well. I mean, guys and girls, we're definitely getting better. Okay, and I'm telling you that when I came in here, I mean, Jesus, when I came in back in April or whatever, I was only in here for a few weeks, and then obviously I had some personal things, my wife, and obviously the surgeries and stuff. That it took some, I didn't get back up here on a real good basis until into end of May and stuff. So or June, when I got in heavily and got going. So if I look back in the end of May, or even when I got going heavily, we were sitting at about 920 or 30 broker loads a week, and that's what we were having to do to keep freight. And obviously, as well as I do, and I've been out there, and our worst driver. Well, there's a lot of worst driver nightmares, but as a driver, nobody wants to live load, especially a broker load. BX, you want more dropping hooks, and that is what the environment has changed to, especially with obviously your customer freight. So those broker loads are a pain in the ass. You got too much different crazy stuff and paperwork and all that. So now, for the last 2-3 weeks, we've been down to like last week we're at 200 and something. We're now getting ourselves back down to 13% right now in a soft market still. So this is good. These numbers are a lot better than being where we were at 39 and 40. So I'm telling you this because we are doing a lot. We're doing better. We're getting better each week. The last week, the week before, we had the best week ever last week. And the week before that was the best week in, I don't know, these people say that they know in a few years. So all I can see is I know what your miles per truck were running. I know where they are now. I could tell you right now, we got about a 400 mile per truck per week improvement going, and it's getting better and better. Okay, so what that is doing is putting more miles to y'all, and that's where obviously it's going to your pocketbook. So we need to keep going. We need to keep rolling. You know, I talked to y'all yesterday, especially the owner operators out there, our contractors. You know, I need you to think about obviously where we are when we got a load out there and we assign you a load and you're on the only truck out there. I need you to take the load. We can't afford to hurt these customers. I had a customer meeting this morning. I had a meeting on the phone with Knauf, okay? And to be honest with you, I didn't do business with those guys back at Total because I really didn't know them that often. I did not realize they're the largest, hardware or manufacturing, whatever, for housing and stuff like that in the country, or one of the top. So they have a lot of stuff, but a lot of the freight is light freight, it's good freight. Well, we've been running an 85% on-time ratio. That ain't going to cut it. I committed. I laid I point blank told them, I put my commitment on the line that we will start getting our service up, and we're going to get ourselves up to that 95 where we need to be. And that's what we do. That's what we're paid for. So obviously, I'm committing ourselves. I'm committing, and it's not just you. And, you know, that was a question, well, what do you think your drivers do? It's not all drivers. And I told them point blank, this is the difference between a company that's been reactive and a company that's got to be proactive. And you know it for a lot of you drivers. You've not been given preloads or presets. I mean, yesterday I worked with a driver, one of our guys, and you know, before I got through yesterday, I was sitting in, and I got an owner-operator as a witness because he couldn't believe that I'm down there, quote, unquote, dispatching, or I wasn't dispatching, but I was damn sure getting loads and set up 3 loads ahead of time. You know, I gave him a three load deal, told him what he's going to do for the next 3 loads. And that's what I told the load planners while I was out there yesterday, that, gosh, this is what you got to do. Where we can preload you, you need to be getting preloaded. You need to know what your next step is, and if your next 2 lanes, if possible, so you can plan your life. So that's where I'm pushing, and it's going to get that way. I can guarantee you that. So I know I'm rambling on too much right now. I done got going for too long. So let me get off. Tomorrow will be Thursday. I'll give y'all a buzz then, and I love y'all. Stay safe out there. Be safe. Protect yourselves. Bye.